Okay, so I should be live. Just wait for a couple of people to join and for me to find the page. Hi. Just waiting a few minutes for everybody to kind of join along, as I am signing a bit early just to make sure it's all working okay. Because knowing my luck, something is going to go wrong. And I'm just prepared, to say the least. Hi everybody joining. Just gonna try and find it on my laptop so I can see all your comments. Hi Viv, hi Bav. Happy Easter to you all. Sean's downstairs baking a lot of yummy stuff. But I've got about 16 Easter eggs right by the side of me for all my nieces and nephews, which we're going to go drop on the doorsteps later. Hi Steffi. Let's just find this. How are we all? So it's really warm here in Redditch. So much so I've got the two windows wide open just because I've got the door closed, because I don't know if you can hear that vibrating, but Sean's baking, as I've already said. But yeah, so it's really warm. If it is too noisy, just let me know and I will close the windows. And let's see if I can find a live. Click to expand. Perfect, so I should be able to see all your comments a lot easier now, hopefully. So how are we all enjoying the 30-day card making challenge so far? Are we enjoying seeing some of the nice stuff that I made? We're going to completely write off yesterday's because that was terrible. Never again. And you can actually see a lot more space than I thought you can. Let's just move that back. Move this forward. I might actually zoom in a little bit. Hi Tracy. Why does my phone show something completely different? But hey ho, let's just try to work it the best I can. Okay, move it up ever so slightly. See, I knew something wouldn't be right. Anyway. That will do. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start because there's quite a few people. Well, we've still got 2 minutes. Let's just stand and have a chat. So what's everybody's plans for Easter? Steffi, apparently in Germany you guys don't know what hot cross buns are. Is that true? Wait for her to hear it and send a reply. If she's still here. I hope she is. But yeah. So Easter tomorrow. I should never go onto the radio because I'm just such an awkward person to talk to. Tracy, why haven't you made any cards yet? That's terrible. You're too busy cleaning your new flooring throughout the downstairs. Was it the downstairs or was it just the kitchen? I don't remember, sorry. I'm getting lots. Steffi, have you ever heard of hot cross buns? Apparently you guys don't have them in Germany. You might have to Google it, because if you don't have them, you're not going to have a clue what I'm going on about. Oh no, my mum's joined. Hi mum. Plans are the same as every other day. Yeah, tell me about it. My day's kind of been broken up because we have been going for a little walk, which has been nice, like not too far for obvious reasons, but we've been going for a little walk. It's so funny to see people who literally see you come in and then run the opposite direction. Anybody would have thought I smelled. But hey ho. Okay, so it's past. I'm going to get started. Why not? There's 22 of you. That's crazy. Hi everyone. So today I am recreating my day 15 project. A hot cross as in a cross bun. Google it. Okay, I found out today that Germany don't have hot cross buns, which is crazy because I like the chocolate ones. Okay, so I'm going to start with the day 15 project, which is very much vintage, which I really like. I personally love vintage style cards, but it's not something I do particularly well. I'm just going to put it down there. Hi from Australia. Oh, why did I just say that? Hi from the UK even. Happy Easter to you guys as well. So this is something new. I went it's a little cliche, because it is crumb cake and very vanilla and early espresso. However, I think it's really cute. It's using one of my favourite stamp sets, which is the Positive Thought stamp set, which is amazing. Which is located on page 23 of the January to June mini catalogue. And do you guys want to know a fun fact? I actually own 3 of these little puppies that are in the background. Let me get it. So on our artisan gift, these puppies are recycled from this. Fun fact. Anyway, so that's page 23. I need to close that. Of the mini catalogue is the Positive Thoughts. And for this, we're just going to use the butterfly because it's fabulous. Why not? The other stamp set we are using is the Woven Heirlooms, which is on page 14 of the annual catalogue. And I'm just using the sentiment, this little motif, and the thank you so much. Now, the sentiment I used in the background, I kind of didn't concern myself with what it actually said, just purely because you're not going to be able to read it. So as long as it looked pretty, you're good to go. You could even use this one if you liked. So let's get started. So I'm going to do something completely different. I haven't prepped anything. And I haven't prepped anything for a reason, because I wanted you guys to see it all quite naturally. But yeah, let's get started. So I'm bringing in my trimmer, which has a load of bits already. I have prepped these. I lied. Just purely because, awkwardly, I had to stamp this about 10 times. So I've got some backup just in case it doesn't go right first time. Because let's face it, it doesn't go right first time every time. So I'm starting with a piece of crumb cake, and I'm putting that into my trimmer, and I'm lining it up at the 10.5 mark. I personally like to have top folding cards for all of my projects, like so, and it just makes it easier for cutting down cardstock as well. So I've got it at 10.5, and then I'm going to take it in and score at 14.8. Fold that over, and with a bone folder I am just going to reinforce that fold. So that's the card base made. I'm going to do from base up, if that makes sense, just so you guys can see how I created all the different elements. So I'm taking that sentiment from the Woven Heirlooms, how do you pronounce it? Anyway, so I'm grabbing my coordinating ink in crumb cake, and I'm just going to ink that up and stamp that randomly down on our base. Like so. Hi Jay or Barry, I know both of you use it. You both might be there. Hi guys. So we're still going to need our ink. So I've just stamped that 3 times. So twice in the 2 corners and 1 lower middle part. And then I'm going to grab the little motif, and with this, I'm going to stamp this quite a lot, but I'm stamping off and then back on. So stamping off and then back on. And just doing this quite randomly. Just to add texture. And I think that's what makes these vintage style cards so great, is the fact that there's so much texture to them. Now, you could quite easily use the motif found in the Positive Thoughts stamp set instead of this one, just so you're using more of this stamp set over this one. However, personally, I just felt this one looked better. I don't remember if I stamped it, but oh well. So just go with the flow and see where it takes you. So I'm going to just add one more there and one more there. So I've left this area clear because it is going to be covered up by our little embossed area. Hi Heather. So that's our stamping done for now. The next section is going to be our little embossed area with the torn edges. So I'm going to find the embossing folder because I haven't put it where it should be. Typical Martin. Found it. So you're going to want your piece of crumb cake cardstock to be ever so slightly smaller than the card base, but slightly larger so you can tear off the edges. I personally went with 7 centimetres by the 10.5. So if I just take this to 7, and then, do you guys ever find you never have enough space around you? Because that's always the way for me. So this embossing folder is beautiful and I don't use it enough. Can you see if I put this behind? Just look how pretty it is. So I'm just going to pop that in. Doesn't really concern me where, as long as it's relatively straight. And then I'm going to bring in my Big Shot machine. Now I've already amended mine, so I only have tab 2 and the main platform. So I'm just going to use that with one of my sandwich plates. Hi Emma! And just roll that through. Pretend like that didn't happen. And there we go. You can see it is beautifully embossed. So I'm just going to hide that on the floor for now. So you could easily step this up by applying with a sponge top a little bit of ink just to make it pop ever so slightly more. However, I wanted to keep it quite natural and innocent. Innocent? How can card making be innocent? Bad choice of words. But quite soft and subtle. So then I'm just going to tear. And with this, because I wanted the rough edges, I'm tearing front side up, so emboss side up and towards me. And that way you get the nice tear edge. If you were to do it the other way, so if I do it this way, you'll get that tear edged on this side rather than this side. Can you guys see the difference? Morning Rose, what time is it over there? So I'm just going to keep ripping this way because I've already started it. And then just tear more off here. just keep tearing across all 4. And the best bit is it doesn't have to be perfect. You can make this a total mess and it will fit with the theme. Okay, so any errors are absolutely fine. You can just go with it. I'm going to just rip a little bit more off this bit. Hi Fiona. Hi Jenny. It's nice to have so many people join in. So that's that area done. So next I am going to cut out with the Stitched So Sweetly dies, which comes in a bundle with the So Sentimental. So as you can see, I store all of my dies with the coordinating stamp set. So you can see there, that's the dies in the Stitched So Sweetly, and I'm using this little, it reminds me of a belt buckle. Does that, anybody else? Or is it just me? So I'm taking that and some very vanilla cardstock, and I'm going to run that through my other big shot. Move that out of the way, which has the tabs already sorted. So I'm using the actual platform base, tab 1, tab 2, and then 2 cutting pads, and then run that through. I love this project too, Jenny. It's one of my favourites that I've created in a long time. Is anybody else like that? Is anybody else their worst critic? I get really stressed about it, especially the project from yesterday, because I really did not like that. But a lot of you did, which is nice. It's good to see. And let's face it, it's not the product that makes a bad card. It's the person making it. So there you have that motif already stamped out. I'm going to save this for later because I'm going to be stamping the butterfly. I feel like I need to tidy up as I go, which doesn't normally happen. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this section now. So I'm going to bring in that stamp, the sentiment stamp again. And I am going to ink that up in crumb cake ink. And I'm just going to stamp that in either corner like so. Just so it has a little bit of interest. Oh, missing comments now, I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted. You could, like on the background, add the motif. I personally didn't. But it's up to you. So with the Positive Thought stamp set, I am using the butterfly and I'm stamping that down in early espresso ink. So I stamped one on the base and then one and then cut it out. Personally, you don't have to do this. I don't have the dies for the Positive Thought stamp set. Annoyingly, I don't know why I haven't purchased them yet. It's my own silly mistake. I need to. But I'm just going to ink that up in early espresso, and then I'm just going to get that into the centre like so. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it's between these two parts as equally as possible. If you do want to be a perfectionist and if you want to make multiple of these cards, grab your stamp practice out, just make a template and you're good to go. However, for me, I ain't got time for that. So I'm going to stamp this again in early espresso onto our scrap piece, like so. And just put this away. Hi Kate, you okay? And then I'm just going to quickly cut this out. I'm surprised this went right first time. I did have extra spare just in case it didn't go right, so you didn't have to see things go wrong. So I'm just going to quickly fussy cut this. Now I know a lot of you don't like fussy cutting, which I don't understand. I find it so relaxing. Obviously not while you're on a live. This is quite stressful. But hey ho. Okay, I'm very well. I'm very warm. It is boiling and I'm not a warm person. Well, I'm just not any type of person. Like, if it's too hot, I moan. If it's too cold, I moan. I'm very British in that way. So I'm just fussy cutting this out. You guys can spend a lot longer doing this. Making it as perfect as you like. But again, you might not have to fussy cut this. You can just use the dies, which would be fabulous. Out of all the butterflies, this is my favourite. Get the dies. I need to get the dies. I need to find... I was going to place an order last night, but then I got distracted. Alcohol was involved. I'm not going to say anymore. But yeah, I got distracted. And I didn't place the order, so I'm going to, after this, add it to my order. As long as I can find the code. If anybody else would like the code, please let me know and I'll find it out for you. And you can also order it because I know there's a lot of demonstrators here. So there you have the butterfly, very badly cut out. I'm sorry. But never mind. So that's just going to pop up like so on there. Can you see? Can we not order them? I know they're going to be available in the in the annual catalogue. So either way, I can just wait. So I'm gonna adhere that down with a glue dot. Hi, is it Kazakhstan? I can't pronounce things very well. It's terrible. Okay, I think they are going to be available in the future, maybe in the mini catalogue. I will confirm. And that's just going to pop down on a little glue dot like so, just so I can have the wings elevated and you can't see any adhesive, which is brilliant. Okay, we should have brought them when we knew they were available, but you're probably like me and you get distracted and then completely forget. Or then get excited by adding other things to your order. So I'm going to start adding everything together now. So I need to find my lovely dimensionals. Like so. So this card has actually got a lot of dimension, which I don't tend to think about when I create my cards, because the way I see it is I'm just making cards. So I should really send more out. But I tend to make cards specially for sending people out, rather than just sending out cards I've already got made. I have boxes of made cards which I need to package up, and I think I'm going to donate them to a local charity, just so then they've got something. So before I adhere this focal point of my project down, I'm going to grab the scalloped lace trim because this is fabulous. And I think there's something about lace trim that just automatically screams vintage. Or is that just me? Guys, give me a thumbs up if you agree. So I'm going to grab some double-sided tear tape. I'm just going to pop that down like so, and then pick that up like so. If I hadn't have lost my take a pic tool, I totally would have used it then. However, I have lost it. Don't ask me where, it's gone. So I'm just going to take my paper snips and cut a nice angled edge before laying that down like so, and then cutting another angled edge to the other side. It's so simple, right? definitely. I really like the idea of donating the cards because I make a lot of cards, especially after this 30-day card making challenge. I'm going to have lots of cards to be sent out or to be donated. I think sometimes they're just sat there. I don't know why. Although it does come in helpful when you forget a birthday and you're rushing around looking for a card. But then I don't give family handmade cards other than my mother because none of them would appreciate it. So I'm just not going to waste my lovely card supplies. So I just go out and buy one. It's like my nephew's card. Sean had to buy him a card because he wouldn't appreciate a card. Plus, he's 12, or he's going to be 12, and that's such a difficult age to make a card for. So I just brought one. Terrible, I know. So that's that all built up so far, which is really pretty, but this card needs a sentiment, and I just grabbed the thank you so much because it has such... I love the contrast in fonts. Does that make sense? So that's why I chose this rather than any of the other ones, just because of that contrast. And I think contrast on a card is always good from a design point of view. So for the sentiment, I've got a piece of Ad Espresso, and I'm going to cut that down to 8mm. Like so it's super skinny and super thin. And I always cut mine down afterwards, so this is scrap, but it's slightly longer than what I need. So I'll stamp probably closer to one edge. If it doesn't work, or it's not straight or whatever, I can throw that away and give it another go. So embossing, I need my embossing buddy and my Versamark. I saw my Versamark upside down like this, and I always keep my embossing buddy in the little crevice. Don't ask me why, but it's really helpful. So I'm going to swipe the area over with my embossing buddy. I'm going to quickly ink up my stamp. What's that? And then I'm not expecting this to be straight. FYI, and you're probably going to see my hair and my grey hairs and how long it is, but I'm sorry. So stamp that down. That will do. Guys, I'm going to take it. It's a bit close to the bottom and it's not straight, but it will do. It's handmade after all. It's not going to be perfect. And if anybody moans that a sentiment isn't straight, let's see them do better. Okay, so that's that. So I'm going to heat set it. So I'm really sorry about the noise, but you'll see. Hi, more people from Australia. What time is it over there? Is it really late or really early? I'm guessing it's late. Noise, I'm sorry. So that's all embossed, like so. Just on there. You can see how badly that is now. Oh well. So it's not too late. Oh, that's not too bad. 9 PM. I'm glad you guys aren't gonna hate me. It's really concerning because I have, like, you guys are from everywhere. Look. Australia. I've got Kazakhstan, which I don't know. Is that a country? New Zealand. It's so strange to have so many people. Funny story. I once did a little talk about how the world's a lot smaller than it used to ever be because of the internet, and this just proves it. Okay, so with the sentiment, I pop it up on 2 dimensionals. Just so it matches the height of the butterfly wings. It doesn't have to be. It's just what I did. It would look absolutely fine without, but I just pick the two up, fold one over, and because I got big thumbs, you guys can't see, sorry, and just pop them down like so. So I do a lot of skinny sentiments, and I always do them roughly around 8mm deep. I think it's just a really nice size. 1 centimetre is too big. I don't know why, but it just does not look appealing to me. But then a lot of the stuff I do does not make sense. So for sentiment, I've just got 6 dimensionals on the back like so. And I'm just going to pop that on to our little centre point like so. And then all what's left to do is to add some amazing pearls. So don't judge me, guys, because I have got like 5 packs of rhinestones open, so many pearls open, and it's just not good, but it happens. California, hi from California, hi from California, hi from the UK. I'm in the UK. What am I playing at? So anyway, now is the time for you take a pick tool. However, mine's gone missing. I just don't know where it is. I think it might be down the back of my radiator. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why, but I just have a feeling that's where it is. So with my rhinestones or any sequins or anything like this, I like to pair the biggest size with the smallest size. I don't know why, I just think it looks cute. And then, so I'm going to do 2 large ones, 2 tiny ones, and then 2 medium-sized ones, and then 2 small ones again. I always say keep it as an odd number, 4, 8, but I haven't in this card. It doesn't matter. You can go a little bit crazy, like I did with yesterday's project on the card making challenge, which I would not recommend you do, because it does go a bit crazy. So I'm just going to grab one big one and pop these down. I'm trying not to get my head in the shots. And then some of the little ones, let's use the ones that I already have on this one. You guys are bringing the best out of me by using this one because I tend to forget about it. Then the medium-sized ones. Pop them either side like so. Oh, that's a bit too close to that one. And 2 small ones. So 1 in the centre and 1 down here, just to fill that space. And ta-da, we are done. 4 a.m. Craziness. I didn't read the last little bit. 4 a.m. That is madness. I'm still waking up at 6 a.m. even though I don't need to be in work, which is madness. But there is today's project. I hope you guys are enjoying the 30-day card making challenge. I know I am, even though it is slightly stressful in having to make all the projects, but I'm loving it because it's pushing me outside of my comfort zone a lot. I'm still checking hashtag 30-day card making challenge. I'm up to date on Instagram and liking and commenting on everybody's posts, but I'm slightly behind on Facebook, but I am planning on catching up, I promise, and I will catch up. So that's today's project anyway. It's using the woven heirlooms. Is it heirlooms? As in, you get heirlooms. I can't pronounce it. I should just stop using this stamp set. Jokes, I can't. It's pretty. And the Positive Thought stamp set. Both are fabulous stamps. One's from the mini catalogue and one's from the annual catalogue. Both fabulous. A full list of items used in today's card are available in the description of this Facebook Live. If you've come in halfway through and want to see the start, make sure you head over to YouTube, which I will be uploading this to later on today, so you don't have to heirloom. I thought so. Thanks, Viv. So you don't have to miss a second. I've really enjoyed today's live, and I will hopefully talk to you all later on. It's been brilliant. Thank you all for joining. Bye.